You guys are sad. Just a bunch of incels getting mad over nothing. This game is gonna be fire. Y'all gonna miss out because you do politics. What the f is an incel? Why? What the f? Y'all motherfuckers boycotting this game just because the only female that's ever touched you is your mother is hysterical. This nigga think I don't get no pussy or something? Being mad about a female protagonist in a different story is nothing less than incel behavior. There's that word again. What the f does incel mean?
This is a performance for the cameras and for me, a woman. Because this is a chat room of incels, virgins spread across 3 continents.
Interesting.
These are my friends. This guy's name, we call him Prince, bald already. This is a guy named Dank, he's a compulsive liar.
So they got incel as his definition, okay.
Yeah, Joey's this vice bitch still there. Written by fuck you. And that's just how we talk though, you know, like this bitch, that nigga, this, that, you know, like, it's just like vulgar. And you could call that toxic, but we're all desensitized to it.
Before doing so, he posted a 141-page manifesto, mostly blaming women for not having sex with him.
I will slaughter every single spoiled, stuck-up, blonde slut.
It made him a hero among some incels.
This is what y'all calling me? Yo, what's going on, people? I've been a part of mental experiment. Let me take these fucking things off. Yeah, I've been a part of a mental experiment to where I've been called. I don't know why I have never researched this word before. I've been called this word on the internet ever since I started making content saying the truth about the gaming industry. And I'm pretty sure like every other person like me who's a normal person who doesn't spend his entire life on the internet, there's certain words that's going to perplex you a little bit, because when we go out in the real world, we don't experience half the shit we get on the internet, because it's like another world on the internet. You know what I'm saying? I've been getting hit with this word lately, and it's the word that's interests me because I don't understand it. I've been called an incel basically because of my video that I made for Ghost of Yotei, right? I guess that's how you say the name, Ghost of Yotei, the next Ghost of Tsushima game. So apparently because I actually criticized the game, it wasn't even a criticism. I was saying why people are thinking what they're thinking about Ghost of Tsushima 2 and why they're being distrustful at the fact that there's a female protagonist when it could clearly be Jin, but because of where the climate is today, people are going to be standoffish when they see another girl boss. It's just going to be the truth. But because I said this and I had this position, I have got an unusual amount of comments calling me an incel, or just jumping to the conclusion saying that, you know, people who have a problem with females in the game are incels. Matter of fact, nobody said they had an issue with a woman being in the game. Matter of fact, I'm gonna show you a clip of what I just said in my video right now. Do I mind them going a different shift? No, I do not. Do I mind this being a female protagonist? Absolutely not. Matter of fact, I love female protagonists if they're done right. But if they're done to a point to where it's identity politics, to where you're basically bashing men, to where you're basically trying to prove that anything I could do, a man could, you know what I'm saying? Like that type of bullshit. I don't want to see that. That's done. Nobody ever said that they had an issue with a woman being in the game. Matter of fact, I reiterated it and said that it's not that people have a problem with females in the game. It's the fact that politics are being shoved down our throat. That's the issue. Nobody has an issue. Stellar Blade was my favorite action game this year. What the fuck are we talking about? But the thing is, though, I've been perplexed with this word because whenever I get called something, I take language very seriously. So when I hear somebody use a word towards me, right, I want to know what it means and know why you're saying it to me. I know this is probably petty, and this is probably like, Jay, you don't even need to go down this far because, you know, people are being trolls and shit like that. Trust me, I get it. I'm a troll myself. I like to fuck around and stuff like that. I'm doing this to be petty because I want to put in the bullseye on what type of people say this word and why they use it against me. So first of all, what we're going to do is we're going to figure out the context on what this word actually means. I have no clue. I still don't know what this word means. So I'm going to figure out with you guys to actually see what the fuck this word means. So let's see. So apparently I typed up incel, right? And I get this definition right here. It says a member of an online community of young men who consider themselves unable to attract women sexually. Typically associated with views that are hostile towards women and men who are sexually active. So because, okay, so let me get this straight. So because I said that I understand why people are standoffish because of the shove politics in gaming when it comes to shoving in girl bosses in games. I understand when people are looking sideways at Ghost of Yotei. I'm a person who is hostile towards women and men who are sexually active. What the fuck? Like, what? Bro, I seriously think that internet people are retarded. I do. I think the people on the internet who are terminally online are literally brain dead, retarded, and no pussy getting people. I'm just gonna be real with you because I'm a type of person who is brand new to the internet. I'm not too familiar with the terminology that people use. I'm still learning. I get told behind the scenes by my people all the time, and they try to coach me on what this shit means and, you know, this internet terminology and shit. I'm becoming a little bit better, but I'm still perplexed at certain words that people throw at me because it's like, if you knew me in real life, this shit wouldn't even come out of your fucking mouth at all. Like, this is a person that's in my comment section. This describes the person who says this shit. You guys are sad, like for real. Just a bunch of incels getting mad over nothing. This game is gonna be fire, and y'all are gonna miss out because you do politics. See, this is a person who's terminally online. This is a person who is literally a person who, I bet you he's a skinny, and I'm just gonna be real with you. I'm not saying this to be racist or shit like that. I just know who I'm dealing with. This is probably a skinny white kid who never gets no girls, but he's online talking shit or basically being the arbiter of truth from his side. Because he's just, I guarantee you, he just looked at my title and said that, and it says Ghost of Yotei has a female protagonist, and he just automatically went to the comment section and just started typing. Because if he literally watched the video, he would have realized that this statement is literally dumb as fuck for you to say underneath my video. So you people just be yapping. I hate it when people who are pussies say these words like they are not the thing that they're trying to accuse you of. Like, I don't understand that. How can a person like this guy who's in this video right here, I guarantee you, this person right here is a person who will be in my comment section actually saying this shit.
Blaming women for not having sex with him.
And I will slaughter every single spoiled, stuck-up, blonde slut.
It made him a hero.
This is the type of person that's in my comment section. This person right here is literally the people who will call you an incel even though they're in a group of self-proclaimed virgins. You call yourself virgins, and yet you're calling people incels. Like, the internet is wild to me. It's very fucking wild to me. But you guys are, I swear to God, I'm gonna start clowning you people as soon as I get people. Matter of fact, I'm gonna start having live streams to where I start having people come on, and I guarantee you most people are gonna do it because they're gonna want their 2 seconds of fame or whatever the fuck, or they're gonna think they're gonna be able to get me in a conversation, or they're just gonna be trolling. Who knows? But I'm gonna out-troll you. So I'm inviting you to do this. Trust me, we're gonna have these live streams very soon, and it's gonna be entertaining as fuck because I want to have some fun. I just want to understand why people who look like this fucking guy right here, who look like this dork right here, who clearly, you can tell no women want this guy. He had to be interesting enough for Vice News to send a female reporter. This is the only female he ever had in his house. This is the only woman that he's probably ever going to come into contact with. And the rest of the time, he's just going to be in this chat log group.
Because this is a chat room of incels.
With self-proclaimed virgins. He literally calls himself virgins.
Continents.
These are my friends. This guy's name, we call him Prince. Bald already. This is a guy.
These are my friends. Oh my God. See, look, I am trying to make fun of them. These people, bro, I'm telling you right now, we need to start shaming these people. We need to start shaming fucking weirdo people. We can't just ignore it. And I had people telling me in my comment section, Jay, you don't even have to go down this hill. You don't even have to go down this path. I get it and shit like that. But no. I'm telling you right now, it's because we turn the other cheek. The reason why these guys are running so rampant and the reason why they have so much power. These people used to get bullied back in the day. And I'm not saying bullying is a good thing. I do believe there should be a chain of command. I believe there should be a check system to where it comes to a point to where these people need to get smacked up. And I'm not saying like literally smacked up. Yeah, it could be that, because if you run your fucking mouth like this guy.
Fuck the people that support him. I just want you to know, okay? Just in case you're confused or it seems like I'm, whatever. If one of you were in the crowd and you're a conservative fan of mine and you end up, getting blown away or whatever the fuck, I'm making fun of you the next day on Twitter. I am, 100%.
I literally believe the only reason why they say shit like that is because they never been touched. I am a type of person who is a person that believe in consequence. I believe if you say something, if you do something, you deserve the consequences that actually follows with what you did. And the reason why incels like this have the balls to call people like me an incel is because they never been smacked or anything, or been in a dangerous situation to begin with, because I don't see how that would even come out your mouth. You won't even hear me say the word incel. I didn't even know what it meant. Matter of fact, I'm outside probably, I would say like 7 days a week. 7 days a week, probably for like 9 or 10 hours a day, I'm outside. And I never run into a person, and I'm around dangerous people. I've never been called an incel. I've never been called anything like this. So that's why it's baffling to me for a person who's never been on the internet to finally get on the internet and get a little popularity. Now I'm getting called these words that people who are terminally online would just associate and just throw out there. So I'm going to challenge it. I'm not these type of I am not the YouTuber that's going to just turn the other cheek. I'm going to call you out. And matter of fact, I'm going to give you a platform. I'm going to let people see your stupidity for what it is. We need to start doing this as content creators. And I'm calling on other YouTubers too to stop letting these dork ass fucking bitches just talk. You people need to be checked. This stops today. I'm literally not going to let this happen. The problem with today's society anyway is a good quote from Mike Tyson. People are comfortable running their mouth until they get punched in the mouth. Back to the Ghost of Yotei comment. I want to show you guys something right quick that's actually going to prove my point on what I said the last video and my suspicions. Because to tell you the truth, I don't speak for no reason. When I come on this YouTube platform, I'm not just talking just to talk. I'm trying to introduce it to a general audience. So I'm not just going to just say things that are like for people in my circle. I know I'm not talking to people in my circle. I'm talking to the general public. So when I talk to the general public, I'm speaking in basic terms. And I'm not calling you guys stupid, but you guys are to this topic. So that's why I have to introduce it differently to you. Certain people aren't effective because they just talk like you just know shit. I know you don't know shit. That's why you're watching this video. And that's why you're watching other people's videos to understand what's going on in this market. So there's something I want to show you guys that's going to let you know exactly on why I feel the way I do about Ghost of Yotei. Check this out.
In terms of what I heard about Ghost of Tsushima and Yotei, it's actually far more bleak than I could imagine. Like Ubisoft and others, Sucker Punch also makes games in a way that my sources told me are called made by committee. Basically, these games are decided, then when the actual ideas come to what gets made and put into the game, it's almost like you have the heads of each department, if you will, at a round table, but not really, of course. They could be doing it all over Zoom or something, but same idea. Anyway, they'll propose an idea like they'll say we want a male main character or a female one, and then the committee of devs will then say yes or no, and then they vote on what gets made. And this
is what I've been knew from the very beginning. Like I told you before, I know people in the industry. I have people DMing me constantly. You know how many fucking emails I get? I get so many emails for people who tell me this shit constantly. I'm not just running my mouth just because. My email list is ridiculous. I have more emails than Hillary Clinton deleted. And plus, I even have personal people that I know that I went to school with that are in these industries now that are telling me how this shit is done. None of this shit is a secret. So when I get pushback from, I would say, retarded people, when I give examples, like trying to make it common sense to you, I'm not saying this stuff because I know how boring this stuff can get if I get down to the nitty gritty and I start just talking about that. I'm not that type of YouTuber. This guy is though. But I think that me as a mixture and him as a mixture talking about the subject is going to make it make more sense. This shit goes on behind the scenes like crazy. The reason why Ghost of Yotei has a female protagonist is not because they just wanted to change the story, or not just because, you know, they're just doing it randomly. It's all on purpose.
This process is used for many, many different aspects of every single game being made right now. Like, we want more diversity, please vote yes or no. We want the story to push anti-white supremacy, say yes or no, etc. This way of making games, as I'm told, it leads to why a lot of activism nonsense makes its way into games these days.
Facts.
Because a bunch of activists could and likely will sit on their committee board and just through voting will overwhelm the minority of votes to ensure that everything meets their demands.
You guys remember when we was talking about Concord, and we was talking about how there's a situation that goes on in the industry called toxic niceness or toxic positivity. That's a form of that. When you have studio leads who was the main dude who was pushing Concord, who was the studio head over Horizon Zero Dawn. That's where he started before he became the CEO of PlayStation. He was the one proclaiming that there was a toxic positivity role that was going around Concord. You honestly believe that everybody that worked on Concord agreed with Concord? No, they get overshadowed. And this is what's going on.
A major thing about the game is that there was, and I think we can kind of get this vibe from just the nature of the people making it and kind of the way the game reads and all that, a toxic positivity vibe.
Toxic positivity.
You weren't allowed to say anything, apparently, internally about this game. Character designs are not right, and so on and so forth. They really, truly believe this was Herman Hulst's baby, apparently. And he internally was himself a massive champion of the game. So it's not that. So the reason I'm telling you all this, it's some interesting.
So when it comes to Naoe and Yasuke being a thing in shadows, you can almost definitely believe that it was likely voted on and decided by a committee as well.
Thank you.
The same thing is happening at Sucker Punch right now. I was also told, and take this with a big fat grain of skepticism again, but apparently most of the competent devs have indeed left Sucker Punch quietly already. Being told the key talent behind Tsushima have left amidst the second game in the series being made. I was told that originally Yotei was not the original game idea at all.
Of course.
Actually indeed Ghost of Tsushima 2 starring Jin Sakai.
Notice what I said in my last video. I said I don't understand why they did Ghost of Tsushima Yotei and just moved on from that when they could have had Ghost of Tsushima 2 when the Mongols invaded the second time. I don't understand why they did that. Yes, I do understand why. I'm saying this, I'm rhetorical when I'm talking like that. I already know why. They did that because they wanted to scrap Jin. It's about politics. It's not about, come on now. They did the same thing with Yasuke. I guarantee you with Assassin's Creed Shadows, Yasuke wasn't even the main character. They changed him for politics. He was never the main focus.
But sometime during development, a lot like Shadows, the game was halted and then completely changed in vision. This Atsu character we see was not originally decided to be the main character of this game.
Of course.
And apparently, according to my sources, Yotei's world and design are largely based on the assets that were being used while making Tsushima 2. Apparently, work began on Tsushima 2 around 2 months after the official sales data came through on the first game's success. A skeleton crew was left behind to work on the Legends multiplayer, and the same team made the Iki Island DLC expansion as well.
Which were good.
From what I'm told in terms of Yotei, the team that made the Iki Island DLC are the primary devs on this game. And the actual Sucker Punch that's left is allegedly mostly working on something else. Take this with your grains of salt or whatever people say, but yeah, Yotei was not the original vision.
Now, I'm going to stop it right there because I want you guys to go watch his video. His video has a lot of good information in it. I suggest you check it out. I'm not going to just completely just watch his entire video. I want you to go there. I want you to have an interest so you can see what he's saying. But everything he's saying in this video, like he's saying take it with a grain of salt. He know it's true, but because he has to protect himself, and he's on YouTube and he has an audience, he knows people are going to question him. He knows he's going to have people, come after him, whatever the fuck. So he's saying take it with a grain of salt. But we behind the scenes know this shit is true. But we have to say this shit because we talking to y'all. But I don't care. I'm just going to say it like it is. So when you guys call us incels because we fucking are telling you the truth, it's funny to us, but guess what? I'm going to call you out. I'm gonna literally call you out and I'm gonna hold y'all feet to the fire. Y'all people need consequences for just spewing bullshit. Ghost of Yotei is exactly what I expected. Will it be a good game? Who knows? Was it changed because identity politics? Absolutely. 100%. Do I have a problem with the female main character? No. But I do have a problem that it was changed because of politic reasons. I know for a fact it was supposed to be Jin Sakai in the second game. I know Yasuke wasn't the main one. That's why I'm talking about it.
I will slaughter every single spoiled, stuck-up, blonde,